The Battle of Chawinda was a part of the Sialkot campaign in the Indo-Pakistani War of 1965. It was one of the largest tank battles in history since the Battle of Kursk in World War II. The initial clashes at Chawinda coincided with the tank battle near Philora, and the fighting intensified once the Pakistani forces at Philora retreated. However, the Indian invasion was repelled and the battle finally ended due to the UN ceasefire. Military personnel's General Dunn, the commander of 1st Corps Indian Army, was given an assortment of units: 1 Armored Division, 6 Mountain Division, 14 Division and 26 Division. The Pakistani force expected to oppose the Indian thrust consisted of 15 Division, 6 Armored Division and 4 Corps Artillery. Later reinforcements included 8 Infantry Division and 1 Armored Division. The aim of the attack was to seize the key Grand Trunk Road around Wazirabad and the capture of Jassaran, which would enable domination of Sialkot Pasrur Railway, thus completely cutting off Pakistani supply line. The striking force of the Indian First Corps was the 1st Armoured Division, supported by the 14th Infantry and 6th Mountain Divisions, and Indian infantry seized the border area on the 7th of September. Realizing the threat, the Pakistani rushed 2 regiments of their 6th Armoured Division from Chumb to the Sialkot sector to support the Pakistani 7th Infantry Division there. These units, plus an independent tank destroyer squadron, amounted to 135 tanks, 24 M47 and M48 Pattins, about 15 M36BYS and the remainder Shermans. The majority of the Pattins belonged to the new 25th Cavalry commanded by Lt. Col. Nisar, which was sent to the Chawinda area. Fighting around the Gajah village between the Indian 1 Armoured Division and the Pakistani 25th Cavalry Regiment resulted in the Indian advance being stopped. The Indian plan was to drive a wedge between Sialkot and the 6th Armoured Division. In fact, there was only a single regiment there at the time. The Indian 1st Armoured Division's drive quickly divided, with the 43rd Lorried Infantry Brigade supported by a tank regiment attacking Gat, while the main blow of the 1st Armoured Brigade was hurled against Philora. Pakistani air attacks caused moderate damage to the tank columns, but exacted a heavier toll on the truck columns and infantry. The terrain features of the area were very different from those around Lahore, being quite dusty, and the approach of the Indian attack was evident to the 25th Cavalry by the rising dust columns on the Chawar-Philora road. The Indians resumed their attacks on the 10th of September with multiple corps-sized assaults and succeeded in pushing the Pakistani forces back to their base at Chawinda, where they were stopped. A Pakistani counterattack at Philora was repulsed with heavy damage, and the Pakistanis settled in defensive positions. The Pakistani position at this point was highly perilous. The Indians outnumbered them by 10 to 1. However, the Pakistani situation improved as reinforcements arrived, consisting of 2 independent brigades from Kashmir, 8 Infantry Division, and most crucially, their 1 Armoured Division. For the next several days, Pakistani forces repulsed Indian attacks on Chawinda. A large Indian assault on the 18th of September involving India's 1st Armoured and 6th Mountain Divisions was repelled, with the Indian 1st Armoured and 6th Mountain Divisions taking heavy losses. On the 21st of September, the Indians withdrew to a defensive position near their original bridgehead, with the retreat of Indian 1st Armoured Division. All their offensives were ceased on that front. Pakistani general vetoed the proposed counterattack, Operation Wind-Up. According to the Pakistani CNC, the operation was cancelled since both sides had suffered heavy tank losses, would have been of no strategic importance, and above all, the decision was politically motivated, as by then the government of Pakistan had made up their mind to accept cease-fire and foreign-sponsored proposals. Result: The victory in this battle was attributed to Pakistan. The battle has also been described as the largest tank battle since the World War II. On the 22nd of September, the United Nations Security Council unanimously passed a resolution that called for an unconditional ceasefire from both nations. The war ended the following day. The military and economic assistance to both the countries had been stopped where the war started. Pakistan had suffered attrition to its military might and serious reverses in the battle at Kemkaran and Chawinda, which made way for the acceptance the UN resolution. According to Indian claims, at the end of hostilities on the 23rd of September 1965, India held about 200 square miles of Pakistani territory in the Sialkot sector, including the towns and villages of Philora, Deoli, Bajragara, Sushegar, Bagowal, Chapra, Mahadpur, Tilakpur southeast and east of Sialkot city, which were returned to Pakistan after the Tashkent Declaration in January 1966.